Good evening. Hi, great people. What an amazing evening. What a wonderful evening that finally we are back at our show, The World Show. It's amazing, it's fulfilling, it's satisfying to see you guys back. I'm feeling, that a feeling of joy. That after almost 7 or so months been out of this show, we are back, and we thank God for giving us that opportunity and honor to be here. I want to invite you back to this reloaded, repackaged, The Well Show, and we are trusting God to take us to another level, to take us to another dimension and a grace. And I hope you are there to support this show. You are there, to encourage us to make this show the best, as we desired from last year that we want to build a well show where we can come and draw the waters of life. It's amazing this evening for us to be here. We were to start at 8. I know some minutes have passed. We were doing some setups here and there, and we thank God we are looking to a more successful shows in future. Let's walk together this journey. Let's build one another. Let's encourage one another. This is the place when you cannot miss to be. So welcome so much. God bless you. Even as we look forward what God have for us this year, can let us know how the sound is. Let us know how the video is. Just say the video is okay. Tell us the sound is okay, so that at least we can be able to get into our today's topic, and I know God will bless us. Welcome. Make sure you are tagging your friends. Make sure you are sharing to your friends. Call someone. Tell them the Well Show is back, powerful, bigger, better, and we give God all the glory and we give all the honor. And this evening, something has been so heavy in my mind and my heart, that how do we navigate the challenges of life? I know at any given time in our life we are set to face tribulation. We are faced to face challenges in life. So it's good to understand that challenges, they meet men, they meet women. And all of us, we are immune to face challenges. So the best thing is accepting that there are things will come in life. I have seen people asking themselves, why me? Why not so and so? To those caves, and they have lived in that. They have refused to overcome the challenge. Why? One, they never accepted that challenges came into their life. They never accepted that these things that came into their life, that either one way or another, there was something that was propelled for them to become better than they are today. So this evening, when challenges come into your life, everybody is hearing this, that your attitude always determine your attitude. The far you can rise above your challenge is always determined by the mindset that you have. What mindset do you have tonight? There are people who have faced challenges, and instead of developing a positive attitude to fight it, there is a negative thing that you have refused. This is a challenge that needs to be addressed. So you need to accept when challenge come into your life. Don't deny. As long as you're denying, anytime you continue denying something, what you're doing, you are closing the door to deal with it. So if you want to navigate the challenges of life, the best thing is accept. I had this job, and at this moment I don't have a job. This particular life I was living in, this kind of lifestyle, I'm not living in it anymore. These are kind of the people I need to associate with them. Currently I'm not associating with them. That challenges that come into your life, the sooner you accept it is there, the reality that is there, the sooner you start dealing with it, the sooner you have some peace. You could be going through challenges in life, but you still have the peace. Peace is the place of acknowledging that there are things that are happening in my life. I may not be able to sort them, but I know with time I'll be able to deal with them. Tonight I want to tell you, the greatest thing that you can do is accepting I'm facing a challenge and move on. Number 2, as you're moving on, please, it's good always to move from a place of sympathy. Looking for sympathy, kuhurumiwa. You're looking for people, the Woshe person. Don't become an Awoshe person. This life is not easy. Challenges will always come in our ways, but our Awoshe attitude will put you in a worse situation. Anytime that you face a challenge, if you have to cry in your closet, then embrace yourself. Please don't look your problems. You could be having problems, but never look like your problem. Never advertise your problem. Never parade your problem. Never label your problem. It doesn't matter how those problems are. It doesn't matter how those challenges are. One thing that you need to do, that you have the ability to arise above your problem. You can arise above your problem. Don't become, a signpost of your problem that everybody sees you. You become a prayer item in their life. They add you to their prayer items. You could be going through a challenge, but it doesn't mean because you're going through a challenge, everybody should know you're going through a challenge. There are people who probably they have an issue, but everybody has to look because they're looking for sympathy. My friend, there are stories that you don't have to share with everybody. There are issues you don't have to share with everybody. There are people who look at you, no matter how your problems are, they look at you and they see hope. They look at you. Look at this scenario in Mark chapter 4 when Jesus was, in a boat and there was a storm in the lake or in the ocean, and Jesus was sleeping. He understood the place of who he was. When you understand who you are, even when challenges come in life, you still don't allow the challenges define you. Never at any given time allow challenges to define you. Arise above your challenge. Challenge your challenge. Face that challenge until the challenge is able to face out. But what has happened most of the time, we have our shade generation. We have gotten to a place of everybody. We have to look for people to, sympathize with that situation. It is good sometimes, but you need to understand at the end of the day, they might not solve your problem. So embrace yourself, pick up yourself, don't look your problem. Challenge those challenges until they face out. That is very key. Don't allow to be defined by situation. Don't allow to be defined by your circumstances. It could be difficult, but you know what? You are bigger, you are better than your problems. Your problems are not your true definition. You are not a reflection of what you're going through. You're not a reflection of how things are looking at. You're a reflection of who you are. And please, even as you're going through that challenge, don't allow it to define you. Number 3, and very key, please don't lose your mind in those challenges. The greatest weapon that God gave man, it's the mind, the sanity of your mind. My brother, my sister, tonight take care of your mind. It doesn't matter how darkest it is in that room you are. It doesn't matter no one who can understand what you're going through. Please allow yourself to take care of your mind. The last defense of your life that you have, it is the sanity of your mind. Please don't allow to lose everything and lose your mind in it. Hold on to that mind. That's the place when you stand. When you stagger, your mind can still carry you along. The mind pushes you. It manufactures some energy to face those challenges. Please allow yourself to remain sanity in that. I know it's not easy. Sometimes you're encouraging people and they're asking you, what is there to show? Everything is lost. Everything is lost. But do you know what? As long as I've said this, and I will repeat again, as long as you are breathing, my sister, my brother, you are a candidate of greatness. The material that you require for God to use you and to change your story, it's a place of breathing. It's a place of pushing yourself, making yourself better, and keeping trying. Don't lose your sanity. Protect it the way you can, because that is the last weapon that you have to build your life. And number 4, that is very key. My friend, learn from any challenges that come into your life. When COVID hit the world, there are people who are very fast to come up with masks, and there are people who are able to come up with sanitizers. In every challenge, there will always be something good. Even in your life and in my life, when there's a challenge and you face it positively, there is something will come out of your problem. They say necessity is the mother of invention. When that thing that pushes you to the corner, believe you me, you can invent something. From out that problem, that challenge you're facing, it might look so big to you, but when you look it from a different angle, trust you me, you'll find there is something new you can birth. There is a certain tenacity, a certain energy that you carry that you can build along the way. And how sweet is it? It is only sweet when you know that I know out of this there is something good to come out. It doesn't matter how look at it. It doesn't matter how challenging it is. But I know out of that situation you're facing tonight, out of all those questions that you're asking yourself, in the place of looking for solution and answers, there is something greater that you're going to birth. After a battle, there is a victory. There is no one who have ever won any battle when they are seated. Battles are won in the battlefield. Generals, commanders are not made in the training base. I've never had anyone who have ranked, have grown in the ranks of commander when they're in their place of, of training. Commanders are made in the battlefield. That place that you thought will break you, that place that you think will finish you, if it doesn't finish you, it's going to elevate you. Please don't allow yourself, don't at any given time give it up. It is hard to handle, it is hard to understand, but understand, after this battle there is a lesson I'm learning. After this battle there is something good will come out of it. It is so bad, it's so painful to go through a whole challenge, near to a whole season, and come out of without a reason, without a lesson out of it. Why we are here is to encourage you and to tell you that thing that you're going through, please make sure as you're going through it, when you come to the end of the other side, you are coming out there better, refined, fine gold. The testing of a gold is fire. I want to tell you, there's some fire that come into your life. They look like a challenge, but they came to refine. They came to bring the best out of you. Greatest stories that I've had were birthed out of challenges. Innovations that we are enjoying today were birthed out of challenge. Tonight, that challenge you are seeing as the end of your life, I came to tell you is the beginning of your life. From this well show, I want to declare to you, when you remain faithful unto the one who called you, remain faithful unto your purpose. As you're soldiering on, please make sure that you get the reason of that challenge. As you're moving on, it's good to understand that most of the time when the challenges are coming, they always come at the moment when our breakthrough it's near the corner, it's around the corner. Most people who have given up in life, they had only one step to take and celebrate their success. And what we have broke ourselves is the place when we have find ourselves in a place of we have worked so hard. When we are almost touching the finishing line, we feel we have no finishing energy. And most of the time I'll tell you this, devil will always discourage you, either to hold on, either to face that challenge head on when you're almost touching the end, when almost you are birthing something. And this evening, I want to encourage ourselves. There are challenges we are facing in life. Life is becoming so hard and it's becoming tough. And they say when it becomes tough, it's only the tougher get going. We must join the club of the toughest in this life. When the life will give us lemon, we are not going to throw those lemons. We are going to make lemonade out of it. When we find stones, either life throws stones to us, we'll use those stones to elevate ourselves to a higher ground. We cannot use the same stones and bury ourselves. I don't know how many stones people have thrown to you. I don't know how many stones you have thrown yourself. But you need to understand this night, whichever challenge you have gone through, my brother, my sister, you can come out better. You can come out refined. You can come up with a new story, with a new testimony, with a message to encourage others. And this night is what I want to encourage you, that please don't just stay in that place of the woye, of crying night and day. You need to hold on and ask yourself, how am I going to get out of this problem? Now, the final thing I want to mention as we come to the end of today's show, as we look forward to a greater show next week, that, my friends, you cannot solve a problem in the same level that you created it. Let me repeat. You cannot solve a problem in the same level that you created it. You cannot solve the same problem in the same environment that it occurred. You need to understand there are challenges you face in life that you need to relocate. You need to disconnect. You need to disassociate. You need to detach yourself. If you remain in the same place, in the same location, there are some problems and challenges you'll never solve in your life. You'll actually find yourself in a roller coaster. You'll find you are in a circle. You are in a cycle of the same problem. 1 month you're good, another month you're back. How can you overcome things? You can only overcome it when you call yourself a meeting and realize the problem and dealing with it. There's some disconnection I need to make, whether from people, from things, so that you create a bigger capacity to manufacture more energy to solve the problem. When I talk about disconnection, you need also to disconnect from some behaviors, some attitudes, some mental frameworks that we have entertained for so long. Sometimes you want to grow yourself from some problems, but you don't want to leave some things that made you to be in, to be in that mess. So as you are creating a new you, a new me, there is a place of disconnecting yourself. Create a new environment that can birth newness in your life. If the challenge was you lost a job, then in that challenge you need to ask yourself, how am I going to solve this problem? Number one, by knowing what caused me to lose a job. Number two, was it a place that was pushed to become an employer? That transition requires a shift of our minds. Some of the biggest challenge we have is because we have maintained the same patterns of our life and we want to have newness in our life. It can't happen. So there is a place of shifting of our minds. There are places when you get and you realize there are things I need to stop doing. There are people I need to stop meeting. There are people you have, you keep meeting them, you keep messing. You keep associating with them, you keep messing. And you're here saying, oh, my life is messed up. How do you want it not to be messed up and you keep yourself pushing yourself to the messes? This evening, my brother, my sister, if you're hearing me, do you have a moment of to, reinterrogate yourself, reevaluate yourself? Ask yourself, for how long will I live in these roller coasters of challenges? Day in, day out, you're good 1 week, another week you're not okay. Another month you're okay, another month you're not okay. For how long are you going to live in this kind of tornado? How are you going to make sure that there is a stability in your life? It is only that moment when you wake up in the morning and realize there are shifts I need to make. You can even find yourself packing from one area physically, shifting from one area to another. And the shift means there are new connections you're going to make. New environment pushes you to a place of seeing new opportunities. But in the same place, you can't. Tonight, underline this. You cannot solve the same problem in the same level that you created it. A higher ground is required. A higher mind is required. Higher friendship is required. You cannot maintain the same people that allowed you to go to the same place and expect them to help you to come out of it. It means if you got this problem from this place, you need now to make sure I've created new networks of people who are better than me, who can pulse me, who can be able to offer an upper hand and elevate me to the place that I need to be. If today you're jobless and 25% of you, 50% of your friends are jobless, what does that mean? They encourage one another that this is how we were created to be. A different narrative creates a different, mindset. A different mindset creates a different actions. A different action creates different behaviors. So it has to go from the things that we expose ourselves. If you want to navigate the challenges we are facing in life, you need to arise and face them. There are people, there are things tonight you need to call it quits. Not because of anything, because you need to understand that my future is better than today. But the decision that I'm making today will determine how my life will look like. If you want to navigate the challenges of life, it's very important for you to understand, how am I going to elevate myself? And the final thought tonight, my final thought tonight as I share, kindly, my brother, my sister, from this world, I'll tell you this. Every time you find something occurring into your life, there is a reason to it. Anything that you'll find your mind thinking, it is not by default. It doesn't happen for the sake of happening. Everything that God will drop in your heart, there is something God communicating to you. Even in that problem you find yourself, there's somewhere God will push you so that He can, break the comfort mentality. There's some challenges come into your life so that God can break those comfort zones that you have stayed for long. There are places when, you have to be dropped in an ocean for you to understand the importance of knowing how to swim. There are people who have always lived life from the shore, from the seashores. You need to get deeper. And how do you get deeper? You need someone to push you. There are people who will push you. You'll find it like it's a challenge. But let me tell you, it was worth, because that challenge brought a new behavior in your life. That challenge brought a new attitude in your life. You need to be pushed harder. That it either people or things will push you. There is no any woman who give a child from their comfort of their seat and their bed. They are pushing. A life comes out of pushing. For a chick to come out of an egg, a shell has to break. There is something that has to break for something else to start. There is some challenges will push you, not so that you break negatively, so that you can break forth to something great. This night, my friend, as we navigate this life, which is a difficult life that has offered a number of challenges, we can only become better when we have built up our life, when we have built up our mind, when we have built up a system in us. But as long as with those problems and we live in those cocoon that we are not better, that other people are better than us, and we are looking, blaming other people, because another biggest challenge when it comes to solving our problems, we always, we have an attitude of complaining and blaming others. Do you know this because of my so-and-so, it's my brother who did this, it is my spouse who did this, it's my children who did this. Please, it is your life. You're the one who can sort out your mess. You are the CEO of your company. A CEO doesn't choose, just to handle with the good things in a company. Even when bad things happen, you are there. You are called to make sure that even when things are difficult, you are there. Please don't blame people for your life. Arise. Pick all your pieces. Put them together. See what didn't work. Move out of it. Move out of your past mentality. Move out of your past experience. Are we together? Stop complaining now and then. Because that is one thing that we have done. We have a generation of people who complain why things are not moving the way they're supposed to move. If they're not moving, push them, they will move. At the end of the day, something has to move. Either you move or things to move. But you cannot live in this, a static situation and states, you and things. You have to have that mentality that one thing has to move. If I can't move, things will move. I hope I'm clear this evening as we are journeying this life. As things are coming, stop complaining and giving excuses as to why you cannot be better. I know it is not easy. Growth is not sweet, but it is worth when you start enjoying the results. That thing that you want, make sure you are propelling. I hope I'm communicating. Let me see the feedback that you are throwing to us, because it is very important for me to keep on seeing what you are sharing. Thank you. I can see people are here. Let me recognize my brother, Ronald Ngombi, all the way from Uganda. That's amazing. My friend Charity from United Kingdom, you're here. Nyokabi, thank you. You're saying it's very encouraging. Junior Gadagu from Nakuru, it is more than encouragement. It is a sermon. Hallelujah. I almost said you should send some offering. My good friend Evans, thank you. This is amazing. This is amazing. I can see my good friend Reverend Kahyu. God bless you. Umekuja. Karibu sana. Karibu sana. We are saying this life, we have to make it. We have no moment of giving up. We have to navigate the challenges of life. I have never seen at any moment when a river turns back to where it is coming. A river knows that from the source I have to go to the end. You need to understand you have nowhere to turn back. You have no moment to go back to your mother. There is no moment when you'll go to your mother's womb. You came out of it. You must fight this life. You must fight it until the life aligns. And we are not giving up. We have no room for giving up. I want to tell you, pick up yourself, pick up your pieces and move on. Encourage yourself. As David said, I will encourage myself in my Lord. There is God. Men and women may leave you, but God will never leave you. At that moment when you realize who you are, I'm telling you, you will always have some energy to move on. Your self-esteem will above. And I always say this, people are not defined by things. You know, sometimes why we get a lot of discouragement in life? Because when we are faced by situation in life, we want things to start defining us. But do you know what? The best place is defining who you are. Things are good, but they are not permanent. You're the only thing that is permanent in your life. You can have a house today, you don't have it tomorrow. You can have a car today, you don't have it tomorrow. The only you can have children today, they can live, and actually they will leave you at a certain age. I'm not living with my mother. What does that mean? The only permanent thing you have, it is you alive. So you should treasure that life. There could be challenges, but that is the only life that you have. And I always say that, I've said this and I want to repeat again. Your life have no substitute. You're the only person who can live that life the best. Please don't allow yourself to have a collabo with the problem to finish yourself. Oh, I want to give up. Oh, I'm going to commit suicide. My friend, as long as you wake up in the morning and you're still breathing, the giver of breath still knows that you're existing. Please don't send yourself to him. Make sure you're going to fight to the last breath. I love one man of God say that, you know what? Please never die seated. Die when walking and trying. And not just literally the physical death. Never say die. No matter how things are, there is a power within you that has been created, have been engrafted in us, that we can become better. This evening, as you're navigating the challenges of life, I want to tell you there is something better for you tomorrow. There is something God holds for you. Hold on a bit. Encourage yourself. Pick those pieces. They could be broken to a place you don't know how you're going to amend them. But there is one day you look back and say, I thank to myself that I never lost myself. And I've said tonight, please take care of your minds. Take care of your mind. Take care of your mind. Take care of the inner peace. Take care of the joy. Please don't allow the problems and the challenges you're going through substitute, the place of your joy. Those things, you never buy them. Even in that place when you're finding the mountain is so big, you can't even, just in the quietness of that, learn to meditate and tell God, thank you that even you have given the ability to not have a challenge. Do you know there are people who have challenges and they don't know they have challenges? There are people who have problems and they don't know they have a problem. If acknowledging being a problem, it is something positive to show you there is something better about you. It is about you and I calling ourselves a meeting and saying, I'm not going to leave myself behind. I will carry myself, I will push myself, and I know one day I will arise and celebrate. There is God in heaven. We are still material and candidate of greatness. Something good is coming out of your mess. If today you have a mess, believe you me, you're going to have a message tomorrow. If today you're going through a testimony, this night I want to encourage and tell you, there is a testimony that is going to be birthed out of that situation. All is not lost. There is a God of a second chance. After a tree has been cut, it's going to sprout again. After you have felt like you have given up, I want to encourage you, you shall stand again. There is a God of a second chance. This night, as you meditate the goodness of God, see the far that you have come and the far He will take you. Whatever you're just going through now, it is just temporary. Whatever God will do is permanent into your eyes. So get encouraged. Get motivated. You have no room to give up. You have no room to quit. You have no room to say done is done. It is not done until He says it's done. And as long as He's supplying you oxygen, He's telling you your day is coming. Everyone has their own day. I have my day. You have your day. It is coming. And you shall look back and say, hallelujah, I didn't give up. My brother, my sister, I've said this. Just analyze your life. See the disconnects that you need to make. See some detachment that you need to make. Create a new vacuum. Create a new capacity for God to deposit more so that you can handle life better. Others, from my end to your end, I want to appreciate each and every one of us that took their time to join our show. Probably we started a bit late. We are doing our our setting here and there, but I know next week it will be greater. It will be amazing, as even we try ways of making this show better. I will request you one thing: kindly make sure you are sharing this link to your brothers, your sisters. We always say this: our intention is not to be popular, our intention is not to trend, but our intention is to affect as many people as we can. If you feel blessed, make sure that you are able to share this live page into your pages. Let's reach as many people as we can. We cannot afford to lose any one of us. We shall carry everybody in the same bucket. In the place of the well show, they shall drink the waters of life, and they shall say, thank God that I listened to that show. My life is not the same. From me, I want to say thank you so much, guys. I'm looking forward to meeting you next week on Thursday, the same place, 8 exactly on the dot to 9 p.m. We'll always be here doing greater, and I know that we are going to grow together. So I want to wish you a blessed week, a blessed night, and I wish you the favor of the Lord. It doesn't matter what you're going through, but I came to tell you there is a God of all season. Do you know the season when you are low, he remains to be God. The season when you are high, he remains to be God. And God does not define us for the things we go through. He defines us as, precious, a chosen generation. We are still chosen. No matter how the problem is, I want to tell you, you are a chosen, I'm chosen. Among so many people, you and I have been given a chance to do life. Let's do it like we'll never do it again. There is God who is watching and waiting for result from us. You could have gone this night without food, but I want to tell you, your tomorrow is better. You could not, going to bed and you don't know tomorrow you're waking, heading where and how things will be. But I want to tell you, 1 hour before God is a lot. Things can happen. What I want to encourage you, maintain a positive attitude. As you go to bed, release everything to him and tell God, I give, at your hands I rest. At you I rest, and I know you're in control, and I know I will face life tomorrow better, stronger, and blessed. More grace, more favor. God bless you. Shalom, shalom. See you next week, same place, same time. The Well Show. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, look at our Facebook page, and I know we are growing together. Thank you. Siyabonga.